Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
Alright guys, in keeping with the Halloween tradition, we're going to be playing some System Shock 2 tonight. This is another one of my favorite horror games, if you're not noticing the common theme. I like horror games in space, I guess. I don't know. System Shock 2 is a pretty incredibly awesome game, to the point that, well, I just can't recommend it highly enough to anyone. I think everybody who's even moderately interested in video games or horror games should probably at least try it at some point. Now...
Clearance for landing on the Von Braun in Shuttle Bay 2.
I'm probably going to be quiet for the most part and just let the storyline play out for a bit. Ooh, this game is so creepy. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to be quiet for the most part and just kind of let this game play out so you can see what's going on and everything. But, it's worth watching.
Reinitializing memory strings.
I just get creeped out hearing that sound in my headphones in the dark in my room alone. After playing this game so long ago and being freaked out by that sound because those enemies just absolutely destroy you and are absolutely horrifying, yeah, it kind of scares me right now. It just gives me a little bit of a rise, I guess.
Steady yourself, soldier. This is Dr. Janice Polito of the Computer Ops staff of the Von Braun. You're safe for the time being. You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks. You're on board the starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship. That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants. Rely on your cyber interface. It just might save your life. You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that? But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now.
Now, it's kind of a little added thing. I've actually installed a couple of graphics mods on this version of System Shock. So, I've got upgraded textures and upgraded models.
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window. It's become unstable due to... Move! Take cover!
Okay, that's why you move. See, this game actually has a really interesting inventory management system, in that there's like skills you can get that will increase the size of your inventory. Now, this is a wrench I just picked up, by the way, off of this guy's dead body. And what I really like about it is that there really isn't much of a disconnect between the inventory system and the actual,
The entire sector is depressurizing and the low vacuum shield won't last long. Get through a secure airlock before you're sucked into space. Move it!
And I can talk all day, but I'm just gonna die if I do that, so let's do that. And this game is pretty groundbreaking also. This game really just was the origin of a lot of common motifs in horror games today. Like, watch this. This is pretty cool.
Great. Gotta change the access codes out of Cryo A again. Like I've got nothing better to do. I think Grassy just likes to make work for me. I'll set the new code to 45100. That should be easy enough to remember.
Now, before this game came out, most games didn't actually do stuff like that. Like voice actors, and it really just wasn't common to have voice actors in your games and have them really be professional actors or anything like that. Yeah, this game is absolutely freaky. Yeah, and this game was kind of
Warning.
I'm pioneer in that sense.
Please move immediately to cryo recovery B.
But
Decompression event imminent.
But ironically enough, you'll notice that all of the voice acting is really bad, and that's mostly because the production staff was the one that did it, and there really wasn't any professional voice actors hired to do it. There might have been some, I don't actually know. I just know for the most part it was the design production staff.
This power cell is dead. There should be a recharger nearby. Just use it and it will recharge all the power-driven devices in your possession. After you've recharged the cell, plug it into the auxiliary power unit. That should open the airlock door. Be quick about it. The vacuum seals won't hold up much longer.
This is just a little design element I kind of always liked about this interface, that you can just drag and drop things into the real world like that. That's kind of cool. I have not seen that in games for a while.
Good. You've managed to get out before the whole area depressurized. I've just uploaded you some cybernetic modules. You can use them to upgrade your cybernetic rig at the upgrade units in this area. There are 4 types of units in the next room, 1 for each subsystem of your cybernetic gear. Stats, psi, weapons, and tech. But use the modules carefully. They're hard to come by.
That's the sort of level up system, is that you get these modules and you can upgrade your cybernetics over here. Oh, jeez. Just seeing stuff out of my peripheral vision like that kind of scares me sometimes. I got more! Psi is cool, but I'm not building my character for Psi right now. Tech is very useful, weapons is very useful, and... Oh, no, that was... That Psi, this is stats. Let me see. See, this is what it costs to raise your stats up. And strength is a pretty important stat, but I think it's going to be more important that I actually learn the hack skill first. Hack is very important in this game. You can get into a lot of different places and get lots of extra ammunition and weapons and stuff. Oh. Store's not opening. I can search the corpse, though. Yeah. Alright, there we go. That's how I get in here. Alright, so this game actually does have a really interesting story. Basically, in the first System Shock, you played as a hacker that was... Oh, jeez, his hand is... It's bent really weird. Anyway, I was just reflecting on this because this is the new models that they have for bodies and things in this mod that I got. And it's not what I'm used to seeing. It's much more gruesome. So, wow. Anyway, in the first System Shock, you played as the hacker that was responsible for designing this AI that had gone rogue and just killed everybody in whatever ship or thing you were on. I'm not completely familiar with the story of the first System Shock, but I know that was relevant. Okay, and the AI's name was Shodan, and it's also your one of your main enemies and only friends in this story. So they go around to bring it back. They tie together the story is what I'm trying to say. And I picked up a mug, and I don't need that. So yeah, I can just drop it right out there. And you can just pick up random stuff in this game. Inventory management is a very important skill. Shotgun, or rifled slugs, and a psi hypo. Except they don't use psi, so it'll probably just be sold.
Can somebody let me out? I can't find my card. Please, let me out of here.
Oh, and there's ghosts in this game. Just thought it was worth mentioning.